Good afternoon. Excuse me. Good afternoon, everyone. Get some. You have a couple pre-submitted questions here. Let's see here. And I have some pre-submitted questions. I don't see any of those people in the call, so if you have any questions, you please feel free to ask them. You can use the raise hand feature, ask in chat, or ask in the Q&A, whichever you prefer. Yeah, go ahead, Muzafer. What can I help you with? I've set you so you can come off.
Am
Yeah,
I
there you go.
audible?
Yeah,
Yes.
I can hear you.
Yeah. So the thing is that I wanted to know that whether can we add a type of form on the toggle button, like a sub-dialog thing, how the sub-dialog works.
On the toggle.
Yeah, on a toggle button, specifically when we are turning it off from the on stage. I want a confirmation kind of form. Can we add it?
Okay. So let's see. I'm sure you can. Oops, bear with me. Oh, let me delete that. That's a question from yesterday. And then here's that. Okay, let's see here. So you want specifically you're using a toggle control.
Yeah.
I think we can probably trick a sub dialog to open up. Let's see here. So here's a form. Create a new form. And let's search for toggle. There's toggle. So there's a toggle button. So toggle button. So the value of this is set to true, I guess. And you want it to, let me just see, let me do this really quickly here. So if it's set to true and then someone sets it to false, you want to prevent them from setting it till they click a button.
Yeah. Once from all true, they are trying to click it to the false. Then a confirmation message should pop up, which will ask them, "Are you sure you want to?" Something like that. And if they said, "Yes, I am sure I want to turn it to the false stage," yes, when it is clicked, then the toggle button should directly go to the false stage. If they
Got
click
it.
no, then it should set at the true state only.
There's no confirmation that you can apply directly on the form. So what you're going to have to probably do is trigger an event button, which you might hide, not event button, excuse me, a sub dialog. You probably need to chain a sub dialog. So if I put a sub dialog button here, what I could do is I could actually come and I could make it invisible. I could make the button itself invisible. And then I could create a flow. And I'll create new sub dialog flow here. And then let's see, I could show a form, which I'll create. Right, and then I'll have like, I'll delete this, I'll put a label here, and I'll say, are you sure? And then maybe put two buttons here, right? And this will be yes, maybe. This will be yes. This will be no. Wonderfully ugly form. Now, and then I think what we can do is, let's do this. Do I have access to the flow of the data here? 1 second, let me save this. So I want to come back. Let me I want to pass that Boolean into my subdialog flow here. So this will be toggle value type bool. And if I'm sure, I think I want to do nothing. And if I do know, what I want to do is I want to change the value of that toggle value button or toggle value. We'll change this to Boolean. Anybody else coming in? No, no one for now. Let's save this. And what I'm going to do is set it to true, change value, toggle value, go to change data, and then I'm going to pick toggle value. I'll walk back through this in a minute. I'm just trying to sketch this out live. So here, all right, that's right. These things have active form. They have form rules now, don't they? No, they don't. And so here, if I edit this and I name this thing toggle value, this thing is named toggle value. All right, let me just see here really quick if this will work. Then I can walk back through what I did here. So I'm going to run this. It's set to false. Oh, I didn't trigger anything to run. Sorry, just a moment. I need to connect. All right, so properties, sub dialog flow. Its flow input is going to be form component, and this will be toggle value. Get this value from toggle value. Can I get it to trigger? Oh, can I not get it to trigger? Maybe we can't do this. Run this, set it to false, nothing. Bear with me just a minute. Let me unhide it. Run this. There's my button. So I set it to false. If I run this, are you sure? And I'll say no. It sets it back to true. But I can't trigger that. Let me ask really quickly internally if someone's done this before. How do I get the subdialog flow to be triggered? Okay, not use legacy. Let's try the same setup I did here. Recent, form 2, boom. And then yes, nothing. This way, I use set of control value, and I'll find form data, sub data, nope, toggle button, and I'll set the value to constant true. Now that I have that, triggers, no, that's a key trigger. How do I trigger it to run? Can I trigger it to run? I can run it at startup, but that doesn't help us. I don't think I can trigger the sub dialog flow at all.
Okay. And we cannot set control value in the sub dialog thing, right?
You can set the value, yes. Like here, in fact, if you look at my example, I can get it to set it back. So if I run this, it's true right now, right? I'll set it to
Yeah.
false, and then I'll run this. And now I'm going to say no, and it's going to set it back to true. So I
Okay.
can get it to change the value. What I'm struggling with is to get it to trigger on this click here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But
Hmm.
the visibility of form when the toggle button is clicked, right? That's the thing.
Well, yeah, I need a sub dialog flow so that I can
Yeah.
show a custom form pop up.
Yeah.
I can run that by clicking this. That's fine. Um, but you're asking for the form to show on the toggle itself,
Yeah.
right?
So can we create another active form flow for the toggle button itself? Uh, in that we can set control value for the toggle button and map it to the event button, sub dialog button. Is it possible?
Say that again.
Can we create an active form flow where we can set control value for toggle button and map it with the sub dialog button click as in an event?
Right.
And
That's what I can't figure out how to do right now.
okay,
I wonder if we can just render the sub dialog flow button as a toggle control, or we can override the view of the sub dialog button in some way. Well, maybe not the best. Gotta love it. That's an SVG for a sub dialog, but I won't be able to get it. So on click, you could probably get it on click. You can't get it to do anything. True text true, false text false, outcome scenario, triggers, key trigger, behavior, help. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Let me see. Someone just replied to me here. Oz hasn't seen it. Yeah, I don't know that we can trigger. We can cause it to fire the sub dialog to fire off on the load of the form. But once the form is loaded, we can't fire that off from an event. So I think right now the specific ask we can't handle. And you could build a JavaScript control for sure to do this. HTML link. Yeah, that's just a link. That's not very, yeah, button link dialog. Yeah, I don't think we can handle what you're asking for without like a feature request of some sort, Muzaffir.
okay,
You can definitely do it. So you can get the value to update, and you could put the validation on the submit for sure. Like you could make sure that they have this is false, that you throw some kind of validation to them. But yeah, I don't think you can trigger the sub dialog off of the toggle button today. We would need to handle that as like an enhancement request, I think.
okay, okay.
Did you have another question?
No, will. That's it from my side.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks for the
So
help.
yeah, you bet. Sorry, I can't give you 100% answer, but
No, no, that's
if you were to follow that recording, you could definitely see how to make the sub dialog flow update
yeah,
the data.
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so both those questions are from you. Add a form to toggle button, confirmation when I'm turning a toggle button. Okay, and then I had a question from Sean here about creating a flow that calls APIs to fetch data and send data. Probably need more info. Oh, that's from Ashish. Probably need more information there to help out. Unfortunately, so maybe they'll join here in a minute. Indeed. Just hang tight for 5 minutes and see if anyone joins. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and call it. Have a great day, everyone. Tomorrow you've got Jared. And Thursday you've got Cam. Appreciate everyone's time. See you next week.